Story: The Carpenter in His Last House. A lesson about putting heart and responsibility into everything you do. Opening: Hook. An old carpenter stands before his employer. He has spent his entire life building beautiful houses, but now he is ready to retire. Employer: You have worked hard for many years. Before you retire, can you build just one last house for me? The carpenter reluctantly agrees, but his heart is no longer in his work. He rushes through the job, using cheap materials and cutting corners. Build up: Developing the story. When the house is finally finished, the employer comes to inspect it. Employer: Thank you for all your years of hard work. As a token of my gratitude, I want to give you this house. It is yours. The carpenter is stunned. He can't believe what he just heard. If he had known this was going to be his own house, he would have done a much better job. Climax: Turning point. He looks around: crooked walls, creaky floors, and unfinished details. He realizes that he didn't give his best effort, and now he is the one who has to live in this poorly built house. Carpenter whispers to himself, "If only I had known." Lesson and conclusion, employer. Life is like building a house. Every action you take, every effort you put in, contributes to the house you will live in one day. If you work carelessly, you will suffer the consequences. The carpenter lowers his head, understanding that every moment in life is worth giving his best. Call to action. Every day you are building your own house. Ask yourself, are you giving it your all, or are you just going through the motions? Live and work with passion, because in the end, you will be the one living in the house you create. Video prompt: Create a realistic and cinematic video of an elderly carpenter building a house. At first, he works without passion, using cheap materials and rushing the job. When he finds out that the house is actually his expression changes to deep regret. The scene transitions between his realization and a narrator explaining the life lesson. The setting is warm but emotional, with soft lighting emphasizing his reflection. Close-up shots show his hands, the unfinished walls, and the sorrow in his eyes.